And after this, we're going to walk down and I'll be there with you.
It doesn't see red states and blue states, only sees the United States.
In terms of communicating skill, before we look at Joe Biden, I would like you to look back to President Donald Trump. What's the skill or what the style that he has that he can maintain so much loyalty from his supporters?
A skill? I'm not sure that's a skill or it's just because of his personality make it that way. You are talking about a long time of American history that has people in a very well set presidential manner and characters for a long time. And people are calling for change and anything that perhaps very sharp, straightforward, fancy, as well as creating a punchline that can perhaps punch you in the face and then, yes, I want to say that out there on the public. So I think this is not per se a skill set. I think this is because Trump is that way and it's come very naturally. He is a person like that, and then when he speaks like that, it's just touch the heart of people that want to see something that is really perhaps macho man and want to do anything that no one is actually brave before to do so.
But would his style of being unconventional, right, and being sort of a loose cannon on many subjects and being politically incorrect on sensitive issues. Are these qualities that you think that will somehow inspire a new batch of politicians that this is the right way, I mean, to be successful in politics?
Let me do two answers in one question. When you ask me whether a loose cannon or a very straightforward punchline punching everyone else and I don't care, I just want everything back to each individual, does it work? It worked, but not for a long time because you are playing in an international community as well as cooperatism kind of idea around the world. So you need to also play how the others get something too. So that's not going to be very long. However, this kind of personality work in crisis, but it only works if there is a performance afterward. You can be straightforward. You can actually make decisions, but you have to take accountability, responsibility for the right and the wrong thing that's going to come after. And you have to make sure performance is there, and you have explanation with all the data and technical explanation. Whether or not the new politician would take this kind of personality, I think the new batch of politicians would be smart enough to see that what is actually work in what kind of situation and what that the new generation want to see. Getting right to the point, using data, give them what they want to know, finish it as soon as they can, give them what they can do and tell them if something is going on wrong with explanation and fix it right away. I think this is what the new batch would learn from Trump.
So what about Joe Biden, the current leader? Is he just about right in everything in terms of his communication, try to bring healing and unity for the whole nation?
I think he grabbed the atmosphere well because the heat in the United States is really a lot nowadays, not only because of a COVID crisis, but also the conflict that happened, Black Matters, for example, and as well as political conflict that happened. This kind of heated moment make the American who is perhaps not Trump's lover, but in the middle or perhaps sway around a little bit, feel like I need someone to comfort me. Biden's personality is bringing back a little bit of cold water over the heated fire. And that's a good card for Biden to buy this time. With that kind of personality, trying to unite everyone, bringing back everyone, I said everyone, and to cooperate with him. And also he keeps saying about he needs everyone to work together. It means that he's ready to work with anyone, even the opposition. So with this, it means that Biden is actually trying to calm down the situation. This personality work for another month, I guess. He has a lot to do, that's why he starts fast. Because he also knows his personality is, comparing to Trump relatively, giving Trump a lot of good saying, Biden might be a little too old too slow, too calm, and too boring.
Back to Trump. I mean, he's now out of the White House, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he'll be disappearing, right? And in his farewell speech, he said that this is only the beginning of the movement we started. And that is taken as to mean that he will continue to be politically visible, right? So how do you see his influence from this point on? Trumpism is something that people have been saying that will be around much longer than his physical presence.
I think Trump is the scene that Trump left White House and he left the society with. He wanted to leave the society who's on his side with the feeling that he is the one who actually been a victim of everything right now. And at this point, he couldn't fight yet. So I think he's trying to tell the society that I'll be right back. Sound like some hero in a comics. But with that, I think that what he's trying to maintain in the society is what you use the word Trumpism, which is the feeling of that kind of leaders that is perhaps the most different from the other presidential manner in the past. And he actually moved things fast. We have to agree. It doesn't matter whether or not Trump is doing good or bad, but he's doing it fast.
Yeah.
And he's trying to punch everything. And what he thinks that is too much of a restriction, he wants to make it flexible, and that what that of the performance, he did it. We have to give him that,
Yeah.
even though it's not that good.